What's going on, guys? It's Nick here with LQ Commercial Real Estate, and we are doing the Behind the Broker series. I'm here with my friend Joe. And what was your last name?
Gulino. Joey Gulino.
I didn't want to mess that up when I talked to you about it. So in this Behind the Broker series, episode 1, I'm talking to different brokers that I know, and we're just trying to get an understanding of like how you got into commercial real estate with this first episode. So the first question is like, what were you doing before getting into commercial real estate?
So before commercial real estate, I was working in a digital marketing company, actually in Naples, Bonita Springs, but kind of the same things as you've learned. A lot of people say Bonita Springs is Naples. But we're right on that line, and I was working at a digital marketing agency, mainly in the e-commerce space, and it was also an app development company. So learned a lot, put a lot of miles on the car as well because I was living in Fort Myers. So
Yep, a little bit of a drive.
Yep, and that was part of the reason that eventually I made the switch to commercial real estate.
Okay, and like what first sparked your interest in commercial real estate?
Well, I grew up in a real estate family. My grandfather and father and pretty much entire family. We run a commercial residential real estate company brokerage where we manage a lot of the properties. So I grew up doing this with my dad, my grandfather working on the properties. So that really, I would say, was the spark of my real estate career. At the time, didn't really know what exactly we were always doing and always cleaning up or always moving different things. But that when I look back on it, that is the reason why I got into commercial real estate. And, I'd say more than anything because it felt familiar.
Yeah. Now, when I look around like the office or just commercial real estate in general, I feel like a lot of people get in it because they have like some type of connection. I don't know too many people that got in without like any experience or starting off just like, I don't know what the word is, without any type of connection, I guess.
Yeah, completely green or something like that. There's always some type of connection. Usually it's friends or family because I think a lot of the times when you're winning or you're doing well, you're making a lot of money, you tend to want to bring the people that you care about with you. So that's usually how it works, where you bring in a friend or family member into a deal or you end up partnering up with them.
Yeah, exactly. So when you first started, did you have a mentor or did you figure it out on your own?
When I first started, I had a few different mentors along the way. And I think, with mentors, you end up taking something from each of them over time until you kind of make it your own style. But I'd say the biggest mentor I've had was my father, my dad. He still is. He's still someone I can bounce ideas off of. He's an owner. He's an operator. He's a broker himself in Connecticut, so I feel that I always have him as a mentor to bounce ideas off of and fall back on him. And I'd say anyone getting started, the most important thing is finding some type of mentor to help you out, someone you can feel comfortable with asking the stupid questions because you'll have a lot of the stupid questions.
I mean, honestly, that's how I feel right now, guys, just so you know. Like, I have a connection, obviously with the commercial real estate with Mike, but like, I feel like I don't know anything or I'm learning, but there's so many different aspects to it, right? It's like retail, land, office, development, industrial. You're like, oh my gosh,
Someone told me, one of my mentors told me when I first got started was that you'll learn 80% of the business within your first 3 years, and then the rest of your career you're chasing that last 20 because you're never going to stop learning with commercial real estate. Every deal is different, every situation is different.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. Everything is different. So it's like, it's always a new situation. But I guess this kind of goes into the next question is, how long did it take before you felt like confident? Do you feel confident to this day? I mean, how long have you been in it?
About total? 3 years now.
3 years.
Almost
okay.
3 years. Yeah.
So how long would you say? I mean, do you
probably about 3 years.
Okay.
No, I think it takes time. And it's just really about your self-belief. One thing throughout the 3 years I've learned was that there's really good brokers, there's really bad brokers. And it really doesn't matter how long you've been in the industry for. You'll find people who have been doing it for a while, but they've been doing it wrong. You'll find new people who are doing a great job at it, like yourself, starting it off with a different approach, more on the social side. But really, it just comes down to a level of knowledge. You'll feel confident once you know what you're talking about, just like a presentation in school, right? Where you would study. You study enough where you can go up there and you can feel confident giving your pitch that you don't need a piece of paper. Same with commercial real estate. The more you learn, the more confident you're going to be. So that's why I always just try to, have encyclopedic knowledge, right? Like be an encyclopedia of commercial real estate knowledge, because then that way you'll always be able to at least answer the question confidently and know what you're talking about. And then the rest just comes with experience and doing it over and over again.
Yeah, I really love that idea that you said of like knowing what you're talking about before getting up and giving a presentation. I just spoke about that last night at dinner. I was like, I remember being in school and like, I don't care about speaking in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is like my third or fourth social media page, but it's more like knowing what I'm talking about and feeling confident saying it,
Yep.
especially like on the cold calls or, you know, when they're talking about
When you're
talking to
cold
somebody
calling, yep.
new, it's like, oh man, like I hope I don't sound like a complete idiot right now.
Yeah.
Or they ask a question and I'm like, hey, you know, I don't know it, but I will find out and I'll get back with you.
You're already ahead of most brokers just by doing that.
Instead of just like winging it.
Instead of
and being like,
bullshitting them and being able to
Yeah.
say, hey, I don't know, but you know, I've got a great team here at LQ Commercial that I can ask one of them, and that's the beauty of having a team and being able to rely on them.
100%. So I guess the last question, and then we'll wrap it up, is if you could go back to your first year, is there anything that you would do differently?
If I could go back to my first year of commercial real estate, one thing I would probably do different, I think I would take more education classes like a CCIM or something along those lines to have that encyclopedic knowledge and
Right.
have the confidence. Because again, you don't gain the confidence maybe until your second year where you've learned enough. But I think starting off with some type of class, some type of course, education, I think that would have helped. So I would have wanted to do something like that sooner. And then I would probably say join more networking groups, more
Right.
ICSCs, things like that, where my first year I probably didn't have the confidence to join those because I didn't know anything. But I think it's twofold. You join those groups so you can learn from others and kind of, spark your career, if you will.
Yeah, I think the CCIM, I mean, we were both looking at it with Carson, and that's definitely something that I wanna do. So I'm gonna be looking at signing up for that. That ICSC in Vegas that I went to this past
It's a
year.
blast, yeah.
Dude, that was crazy.
Crazy,
I
yeah.
was like so far above my comfort level. And if you guys look on my TikTok on the video, you can see it. Just me there at the ICSE and see what it kind of looks like. But if you have anything that you want to share with them, I know we're going to go into more detail with each episode, like what you specialize in and stuff like that. But if you want to drop your socials, what's the best way for someone to get in contact with you?
Yeah, so if you want to get in contact with me, you can reach out via email at j, like the letter Gulino, Gulino, at lqcre.com. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Gulino_CRE. And those are probably the best ways to get a hold of me. Feel free to reach out. Love working with new, smaller businesses, well-established businesses looking for third or fourth locations. Personally, I really enjoy working with businesses because it feels like you are helping them. It's almost like business consulting in a way of what I was doing in the past. And, just happy to help, and mainly like focusing on retail. That's kind of where I've seen myself strive. So
awesome. Well, you guys heard it first. Thank you so much for doing the interview. I really appreciate it. And if you guys want, everything will be down in the description below, so you can contact Joey there. And that is it for today's episode. So thanks so much.
Thanks. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
I forgot that. Yeah. Thank you very much. See you guys.